Hey you guys, how you guys doing today? Well, it's 3 o'clock and I've been wondering what to say to you guys all day long. And I guess I'll say it just like this. I know you guys see what I see, and if you don't see what I see, I know you can hear what's going on. And things are not pretty here in the United States. I never thought in a million years that the United States would be like this. In fact, I thought it would be more unified. We have been ripped apart, shred by shred. Uh, Too high of everything. Too high of everything. It is crazy. Places closing down. Hospitals closing down. People losing jobs. The farmers can't even get their crop together in time enough. Y'all, it's time for us to become hand in hand. We don't need to be bitter toward one another. We don't need to not like one another. God didn't put us here for that. And He certainly didn't put us here for someone to be powing us and, uh, you know, putting their hands up and on you. That's not what He designed for us. He designed for us to love one another. We all bleed the same color. And we all are human. Regardless of what's wrong with us, how cute we are, how fine we are, what color we are, what nation we from, we are still God's people. And I was a little upset when they started erasing the history of African Americans. But I understand because they think that this was so long ago that we forgot. We haven't. We just know how to push it to the side, but call it out when someone is doing it because it hasn't left. And I'm not really sure if I can say it's gotten better. But I will say this. You guys, we need to unify. If we plan to keep the United States, we need to all just be on one accord. I've been waking up every morning praying, reading the word, trusting God. Because it is nothing else left when you got senior citizens paying too much for insurance and younger folks can't even afford it. I think sometimes that maybe if some of the people in the deal, what is it called? Well, the left wing, if they were broke and didn't have much money, they would get a chance to see. But because they never been in our shoes, they don't know. And this is just not affecting one person, one race, one color. This is affecting everybody. From the crops to the heating bills, to not even having jobs, to Social Security taking so long you don't know when you gonna get $1. Well, I should say unemployment. And then the government is shutting down so often. We don't know when we gonna get our check at this point. But I'm assuming that we gotta somewhat, take a stand somewhere. I'm just not really sure what it is other than saying that, You know, we need to stick together, because this is just not a colored thing. This is just not a Caucasian thing, an Asian thing, a Chinese thing, an Arabic thing, and anybody else that Latino, anybody that I didn't mention. This is a everybody thing, because we ain't gonna even be able to go in the grocery stores and buy groceries no more. They're gonna be too high that we can't afford them. And I ain't gonna even lie to you guys. I have started stacking up on beans, cornbread, water, um, whatever I think that can sustain. Because never in a million years, never. I'm telling you, never. And I could say never. I was born in 1965. And at 60, I just never dreamed that we would be still seeing division, upset, you know, people not liking people because of their color, what they do, the kind of foods they eat, what their kind of religion that they choose. I thought the United States was a place where we had a right to choose what we as the people wanted. Somehow, I'm not so sure that that's what it is anymore. Because it's just two type of people, rich and poor. And if you ain't rich, you are definitely poor, because there's no such thing as middle class anymore. I don't know. I mean, listen to all the stuff on YouTube. I know all of it isn't true, but I have looked up and researched some stuff on GBT chat or chat GBT. My grandkids be cracking up when I say it. But nevertheless, it answered questions about how some people was treated. And no matter what they did, they was never liked, even though they're very trending people. More than over 100 things that they created. And yet, suffering and abuse have been going on. Even though the tragic had to take place back then in 1600 all the way up until now, because it's still happening. We have never been the people who would strike back, because we try to let it go, but it's constantly brought in our face. And everybody don't feel like, okay, because you this nationality or you this race, that we don't want to deal with you, or you shouldn't deal with us. Everybody don't feel that way. And in the United States, it's being put where, yeah, it ain't right for none of us. I don't care who you are. You work just as hard as anybody else to get all the things that you have. And we may not have been born with a silver spoon in our mouth. None of us. And when I mean none of us, I mean all of us. No, no in-betweens. All of us. And we make do with what we got. But maybe they should feel that way too some, and see how it feels to be in our shoes, and let us see how it feels to be in theirs. I don't think